Yeah, this face sums up how I feel right now. Oh, okay, we're going to compare election platforms of Liberals and the Conservatives. And we're going to try and keep it short. And we are going to do 5 topics. That's it. Let's see how short I can do this. Up first, defense. CPC has promised 2% of GDP by 2030 and our investment in icebreakers and protecting the Arctic. Liberals have promised $500 million for armed forces. So there's a winner there for me because I do believe in protecting our country. Next, we have the deficit. So we have to pause here and come to some hard truths. Some hard truths are nobody, no matter who wins, is inheriting a balanced budget. We all know who's at fault for this. We're not going to get into it right now, but that's the case. The Conservatives could have been more conservative, in my opinion, but they weren't. So the Conservatives are saying that their deficit will be $14.1 billion by 2028. And down in revenue, we're going to figure out why they managed to get it $15 billion lower than the Liberals, which say $29.8 billion by 28-29. So this is a toss-up, and we'll discuss it in the revenue column a little later on, because I don't agree with either of them. Housing. Now, on the Liberal platform breakdown, I went into why I do not like their housing platform. Their housing platform is building rentals. It is building rentals that Canadians and the Canadian government doesn't even own. It is enriching developers to the tune of $2.5 billion plus tax cuts if they build rental buildings. I'm not okay with that. It's also ridiculous that it is 1,370 buildings a day. The Conservatives are pledging to build only 40,000 fewer homes a year. They are going to the sales aspect of it with a GST cut on houses up to $1.3 million. So that saves people money. They're forcing municipalities' hands, and they want to sell unused federal lands to get these houses built. The problem with the CPC side is it could make developers richer. A lot richer. They could put federal lands up at auction. They buy the land for less than market value. They build prefab homes on it, and they sell it at regular market price to Canadians, not actually helping Canadians. Carney's plan doesn't work either because it isn't enriching Canadians. The right housing plan to get more houses built is to combine the two. Get the federal lands and repurpose them. Tell municipalities they're going to build X number of houses. And Canadian taxpayers spend $2.5 billion on buying prefab homes and having them built. And then Canadian taxpayer turns around and sells those homes to get back $2.5 billion, locking in that price for these people who need homes. And they get to own them. And we aren't out of pocket in 5 years. And we aren't making anybody rich. Basically a giant loan to build homes. That's what I'd like to see. That's not happening, so this is another toss-up from me. Cost of living. Okay, there's a winner in this one. The Liberals want the consumer carbon tax eliminated, and they want to increase certain benefits around children and childcare and pharmacare. The CPC want the full carbon tax repealed and various tax cuts. The same tax cuts, the income tax cut, the lowest tax bracket. Instead of the Liberal 1% cut, they're cutting it to 12.75%. So under the Liberals, you'd save $800 a year that you're not paying. Under the Conservatives, it's $900 a year. For me, you know what? I'm not even going to say. This comes down to what you value more, and this one's really private and personal, I think. So it's either the full carbon tax repeal and an extra $100 a year in people's pockets, or it's more pharmacare and benefits and $100 less in people's pockets. You make that decision. That's the point of me sharing the facts. So toss up. Revenue. This is where it gets sticky. So in the platform, the CPC said, this is what the deficit is going to be in these years, and this is what it is after you adjust for what we have proposed, and this is how we arrived at $14.1 billion in 28-29. And I said this when I talked about them last night, they used great people to get their platform costed. Cannot fault them at all, and I like how transparent they were. Here's the thing. First of all, and this is the easy part, how are they going to get those pipelines through Quebec? Because it belongs, they have to do it in order to get this number down. I don't have issues. Some people are taking issue with the fact that they're using revenue from building homes as part of their revenue, but it is revenue. The only reason that other people aren't using it as projected revenue is because they want to walk out in 4 years and say, look at how much better we did. So I'm not going to fault them on that. It's the damn reciprocal tariffs I'm going to fault them on. Saving $20 billion in deficit by charging Canadians $20 billion worth of additional taxes because they must buy that American product, they need that American product, what have you, is not making anybody richer. It's not. And to add a tax that will add up to be $20 billion, and this applies to both the CPC and the Liberals, it's going to add a tax when people are down and out and at the lowest point in the middle of a recession. I can't stand by that, and I think that it's horrible. I would have rather seen no change, no difference between the two when it comes to deficit, and say, you know what? Until these tariffs are gone, we're cutting the GST on all made in Canada products. I would have rather seen the money go there than you taking it out of the pockets of hardworking Canadians who are just trying to get by. Because I can't support that. The Liberal side, so same damn tariff, reciprocal tariffs, and unspecified fines and penalties that are, chances are, the CRA going after people who can't pay. So there you have it. If there are parts that are more important to you that you'd like me to touch on, please let me know in the comments. If there is something that you would like clarified, I will have both platforms in the description. And as always, thank you for watching, and like, share, and subscribe.